5 secrets when applying for a business loan. In this training, we're going to talk about everything you need to know to get approved for a business loan. We're going to dive in and answer questions like, how do you get a business loan as a beginner? How do you get a business loan if you're a startup business or if you don't think you can get approved? How do you get the highest loan amount for a business loan? What does it take to get approved for a business loan? And how can you actually go through, get approved for a business loan, and the steps you need to take to apply, amongst many others. Look, we got a lot to cover during today's training, so let's dive in. Okay, so let's dive into 5 secrets to being able to get a business loan. First of all, you need to make sure that you control this process to give yourself the best chance of getting approved. Look, a lot of business owners go into their bank, they just fill out an application and think that's how the process should begin to get a business loan. But if you go and do this, the statistics are that 90% of those applications will be denied. I don't like those odds. I want you to have 90% chance of approval and success, not 90% chance of failure. So we've got to be able to put together a solid plan using these 5 secrets to have the best chance of not just getting approved for the most money, and getting approved for the most money at the best terms. And that is secret 1. You have to create a plan of how you're actually going to go about this. First of all, you should think about what your business strengths are. Is it cash flow? Is it credit or collateral? Do you have excellent personal credit or business credit? Do you have lots of collateral? Do you have verifiable cash flow, or do you have none of those? That's going to determine, as you'll learn in the other secrets, what lender and what program you're going to want to apply for. Is your business set up the right way? Is your business structured the right way? Do you have your entity set up and your website and your address and your email? All those kind of things are very important as well. So you want to construct a basic business plan. And I'm not talking about a business plan that maps out who your competitors are and all those type of things. That is important to have that kind of business plan. But the very first secret here is that you need to have a general plan of how you're going to attack getting financing. Are you going to work with a loan broker? Are you going to go about this on your own? Are you going to have Credit Suite at no cost help you through the process of getting financing? Develop that plan. That's the first secret, and it puts you on the path to accomplish the next secrets we're going to talk about to help you getting approved for the most money at the best terms. Which brings me to secret number 2. You've got to find the best lending product that works for you. Look, if you go to apply for any kind of financing at a bank or any other kind of funding institution, they're going to try to push you to the best product for them. Typically, the product that pays them the most money. And what pays them the most money also costs you the most money. So we've got to make sure that you get the best product at the best terms. And in order to do that, you've got to kind of get a general idea of what kind of loan program you're going to qualify for. Now, how can you do this? It's simple. You've got to look at your strengths based on the 3 C's cash acquisition formula. There's 3 main factors that lenders and credit issuers look at to determine if you're going to approve or if you're going to get approved for financing. So those 3 factors are cash flow, credit, and collateral. So what are your strengths? If you have consistent cash flow in your business, years of tax returns, or you have 6 months of actually having consistent revenue come into your business, well then cash flow is a strength in your business. Good personal credit, good business credit, is that a strength? Do you have well-established business credit yet? Or do you have good personal credit, 680, 700 type FICO score or higher, or someone around you have good personal credit? If so, well then that's going to put you in that credit category. Or the third C is collateral. Do you have some kind of collateral? Stocks, bonds, 401k, IRA, inventory, equipment, real estate, commercial vehicles. Maybe you're an insurance broker and have business book of business. Anything that's an asset that can be served up as collateral, that can put you into a criteria of funding as well. These 3 pillars of funding determine what type of loan program you're going to qualify for. So if you have good personal credit, well, you might look at a program like Credit Line Hybrid. If you have consistent cash flow, well, then you might look at cash flow financing. Or if you have collateral, then you want to look at funding that uses that kind of asset as collateral in order to get approved. Or if you have all 3 of those, that's when you want to look into an SBA loan. But please note, if you don't have all 3, you don't even want to think about walking in to your bank to get financing. So find your strength, and that's going to help you determine the type of loan program that works best, and that wraps up secret number 2. Now, secret number 3 comes down to finding the best lending source. Look, you have to know what type of loan program you're going to qualify for first before you can find a lending source. And the reason for this is, if you go type in business loan on Google, you will find tens of millions of search results. And each lending source typically has one of those 3 pillars, cash flow, credit, or collateral, that they lend within. So if you have excellent credit, perfect credit, you can't go to a lender that only looks at cash flow with no cash flow and get approved. Okay, if you have a perfect credit but zero cash flow, you can walk into a cash flow lender and they're never going to be able to help you. And vice versa. If you have $2 million a year in cash flow, but you have horrible credit, you can't go to a lender that's making their decision based on credit alone in order to get approved. So once you know the type of program you can actually get approved for, now we've got to find a lender in that actual space. So what do you look for? Well, some of the main criteria that are used to qualify you really comes down to how much money you want. It also comes down to the type of industry that you're in. We find that a lot of lenders specialize in certain industries. So for example, the pot industry is high risk for a lot of lenders. Other lenders focus just on the marijuana industry. Then we also look at restaurants. A lot of lenders won't touch restaurants, but then there's other lenders where that is the specialty, that is their focus. A lot of lenders won't touch startups or businesses that have been in business for less than 1 year. Others, that's their specialty, that's their focus. SBA lenders won't even talk to you if you haven't been in business 3 years or more. So what I found is if you just know your time in business and you know your industry and which of those pillars, cash flow, credit, and collateral you can fit in, that will help you narrow down a lender. Plus, you can always get in touch with Credit Suite. We're here to help you at no cost find the right loan program and the right lending source, and we'll talk about how to access that as soon as we're done wrapping up these 5 secrets. Which brings me to secret 4, and even though it is secret 4, it's probably one of the most important secrets of all. It's a secret called fundability. And fundability really is a secret because the reality is lenders and credit issuers use this as their driving qualification standards for your business, but they don't publish it anywhere. And if you just meet these basic fundability requirements, there's an exceptional chance you can get approved for a lot of credit financing, and it even helps as a compensating factor if you don't have good credit and you don't exactly meet a lot of the lender's criteria. So what is fundability? Well, there's over 125 points to fundability, way too many to go over in this actual training. But to give you the basics, you should have an EIN for your business. You should have a business entity set up, preferably a corporation or an LLC. You should have a business address, a business phone number for your business as well, a business website, an email address, even a business bank account. Those basics, or what we call the fundability foundation, go a long way to helping you qualify for business loans. And you gotta also make sure that all that information is congruent everywhere that you apply. What you put on the application should match precisely with Secretary of State. And when they don't match, oftentimes lenders think the application is fraud, and more than half the time they deny the application. Think about that just for a minute. More than half of loan applications that are denied because the lender thinks the application's fraudulent just because what the entrepreneur puts on the application doesn't match what the lender finds at places like Secretary of State. That's a really simple fix, but that one simple fix radically improves your chances of being able to get approved. So that is secret 4. You've got to make sure that you understand fundability and that you meet lenders' fundability requirements. That goes a long way to helping you get approved. Which brings me to secret 5. When you go through these steps so far and you find the right loan program, you find the right lending source, you set up your business where you're fundable, the next thing is you go in and get approved, but don't accept that approval at face value. Oftentimes there's a lot of room to negotiate. Are they actually going to put a UCC filing on your credit report alerting other lenders that you have that loan? Some lenders will, some lenders won't. And a lot of lenders will negotiate at that point. Are you required to provide a personal guarantee, be liable for that actual debt? If you have collateral, in a lot of cases, you don't have to provide a personal guarantee. The interest rates that you pay, a lot of time, that's negotiable, sometimes based on term. Meaning if you're willing to accept the shorter term, a lot of lenders will give you a lower interest rate. So remember, every aspect of the loan, if you're not happy with it, you should try to negotiate with the lender. Because rarely ever will the lender deny you just because you're asking for that opportunity to negotiate. But in a lot of cases, you're able to get significantly better terms and be able to get less add-ons like UCC filings and guarantees just by asking and talking and negotiating with the lender. So don't forget, the approval's not the final step. That just begins a discussion where you want to negotiate to get the terms that you can get. And look, sometimes you can't, but it never hurts to ask. And that's secret 5, is make sure that you negotiate, make sure you ask for what you want to get, because you're never going to get it if you don't ask. Now, how do we tie all this together? It's simple. One phone call. When you give us a call for a free finance assessment, everything we just went over, all 5 secrets, we help you through this process. And the best part is we don't even charge you anything to help you through the process of getting a business loan. Now, don't get me wrong. We have a great technology and a team that will help you through the process of building your business credit, improving your fundability. So if you want help to get all that done so you can get the most money at the best terms quickly, then give us a call for a free finance assessment. On that finance assessment, 3 things will happen. We'll do a fundability check. We'll see where you're wrong with fundability, what's going to prevent you from getting approved, help you fix it to radically improve your chances of getting approved. We're also going to help you access your business credit reports at no cost. We'll go over those with you, and we'll give you tips and tactics to build your business credit, which helps you get the best terms on the financing you're actually approved for, and will actually match you with all legitimate funding you can qualify for right now. We're one of the only sources that works with every legitimate funding option in the funding space with over 1,000 funding sources. So we can help match you and oftentimes stack the type of funding that you're able to get approved for. All that happens on one free finance assessment. All you have to do to access is give us a call at 877-600-2487 or find us online at creditsuite.com/consult. Did you get value from this training? If so, make sure you like and subscribe and keep your eye out for our next training where we talk about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow your business.